Have you ever felt self-doubt holding you back, whispering you're not good enough? Imagine if you could silence that voice and step into every challenge as the best version of yourself. In this video, ZENLIGHT 8 dives into powerful Stoic principles to transform your mindset, conquer limitations, and build a life of confidence and purpose. Stick around until the end to discover practical insights you can apply right now to unlock your true potential. Don't miss out. Subscribe to ZENLIGHT 8 and let's start this journey together. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a vast canyon, the wind whispering doubts into your mind. You're about to take a leap toward a dream, a new job, a creative project, or simply a better version of you. But a familiar voice creeps in. Am I good enough? What if I fail? This moment of hesitation is universal, a quiet battle we all face when self-doubt overshadows our potential. Yet, what if you could silence that voice? What if, instead of questioning your worth, you chose to act as if you were already the best version of yourself? This isn't about arrogance or pretense. It's about unlocking the boundless potential within you by reshaping your thoughts and embracing your intrinsic value. Stoic philosophy, as Epictetus reminds us, teaches that our greatest obstacles are not external problems but the imagined anxieties we create about them. The secret to overcoming self-imposed limits lies in transforming your mindset, believing in your worth, and acting with courage. No comparisons, no excuses, just you stepping into your own power. Self-doubt is a shadow cast by the beliefs we've internalized over years, often without questioning. These beliefs form a mental script that tells us we're not smart enough, not talented enough, or not deserving of success. But pause for a moment and ask, where did these ideas come from? Are they true, or are they merely echoes of past criticisms, societal pressures, or moments of failure we've let define us? Critical thinking, a cornerstone of personal growth, demands that we interrogate these thoughts. In modern American life, where social media bombards us with curated images of perfection, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparison. You scroll through Instagram, seeing colleagues landing promotions or friends running marathons, and suddenly your own journey feels inadequate. Yet, Stoicism invites us to shift focus inward. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This isn't just ancient wisdom. It's a practical tool for navigating today's fast-paced world. By questioning the validity of your doubts, you begin to dismantle the barriers they create. Consider the story of Sarah, a 30-year-old graphic designer from Seattle. For years, Sarah dreamed of launching her own freelance business, but was paralyzed by the belief that she wasn't skilled enough to compete in a crowded market. She'd compare her portfolio to those of industry giants, convincing herself she'd never measure up. One day, inspired by a podcast on Stoicism, she decided to challenge her inner narrative. She asked herself, what evidence do I have that I can't succeed? She listed her accomplishments, client projects, positive feedback, years of experience, and realized her doubts were rooted in fear, not fact. Sarah began acting as if she were already a successful freelancer. She updated her website, reached out to potential clients with confidence, and treated every rejection as a chance to refine her pitch. Within 6 months, she had a steady stream of clients and a newfound sense of purpose. Sarah's story illustrates a profound truth. Our limits are often illusions we can shatter by choosing to believe in our capabilities. This shift in mindset isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about recognizing that you already possess the raw materials for greatness. In the US, where individualism and self-reliance are celebrated, this idea resonates deeply. Think of a marathon runner training for a 26.2-mile race. At first, the distance seems insurmountable. Their legs ache, their lungs burn, and their mind screams, "You can't do this." But with each training session, they act as if they're already a marathoner. They visualize crossing the finish line, focus on their breathing, and push through discomfort. Over time, their body adapts and their mind follows. The finish line, once a distant dream, becomes a reality. This principle applies beyond physical challenges. Whether you're preparing for a job interview, writing a novel, or rebuilding after a setback, Acting as the best version of yourself rewires your brain to see possibilities where you once saw obstacles. But how do you start? Begin with small, intentional steps. In today's world, where distractions like smartphones and endless notifications pull us away from self-reflection, carve out time to reconnect with your thoughts. Try a daily practice of journaling, a habit embraced by many successful Americans, from entrepreneurs to artists. Each morning, write down 3 beliefs you hold about yourself, positive or negative. Then, challenge the negative ones. If you write, "I'm not good at public speaking," counter it with evidence. "I presented at a team meeting last month and got positive feedback." Replace the doubt with an affirmation. "I'm improving my speaking skills every day." This exercise, rooted in cognitive behavioral therapy and Stoic self-examination, trains your mind to focus on growth rather than limitation. Over weeks, you'll notice a shift. Your inner dialogue becomes a source of strength, not sabotage. Another practical step is to embrace discomfort as a teacher. In American culture, where success is often equated with comfort, it's tempting to avoid challenges that feel risky. Yet, growth lies on the other side of fear. Take the example of John, a 45-year-old teacher from Chicago who always wanted to learn coding. He hesitated, convinced he was too old to start. But inspired by a friend's career pivot, John enrolled in an online coding bootcamp. The first few weeks were grueling. Syntax errors, late nights, and moments of frustration. Instead of quitting, he adopted a Stoic mindset. "I can't control how fast I learn, but I can control my effort." He acted as if he were already a coder, dedicating an hour daily to practice and celebrating small wins, like building his first web page. A year later, John landed a junior developer role, proving that age, like many limits, is a mental construct we can overcome. This philosophy also aligns with modern neuroscience. Studies show that our brains are malleable, capable of forming new neural pathways through repeated thoughts and actions, a concept called neuroplasticity. When you act as if you're capable, you reinforce positive neural patterns. Over time, confidence becomes less an act and more a natural state. In a society that values hustle and innovation, this is empowering. You don't need to wait for permission or perfect conditions to pursue your goals. Whether you're a student in New York aiming for a scholarship, a parent in Texas rebuilding after a divorce, or an entrepreneur in California pitching to investors, the power to change lies in your hands. Start today by choosing one area of your life where doubt holds you back. Ask, "If I believed I was the best at this, how would I act?" Then take one bold step. Send that email, sign up for that class, or have that tough conversation. Emotionally, this journey is transformative. Imagine standing atop a mountain, 10,000 feet above sea level, after a grueling hike. The air is crisp, the view breathtaking. You're not a seasoned mountaineer, yet here you are, heart pounding with pride. This moment isn't just about the climb. It's about the courage to believe you could reach the summit. That euphoria, that connection to your own strength, is what awaits when you act as your best self. It's not about being better than others, but about being true to your potential. In a world that often feels chaotic, economic uncertainty, political divides, personal struggles, this belief is your anchor. It reminds you that while you can't control the world, you can control how you show up in it. Critically, this mindset requires humility. Acting as the best version of yourself doesn't mean ignoring your flaws. It means acknowledging them, learning from them, and refusing to let them define you. In American culture, where resilience is a badge of honor, this balance of confidence and self-awareness is key. Think of historical figures like Abraham Lincoln, who faced countless failures, lost elections, business ventures, personal tragedies, yet persisted by believing in his ability to grow. His story resonates today, reminding us that setbacks are not the end but invitations to evolve. As you embark on this journey, remember that overcoming self-imposed limits is not a one-time event but a lifelong practice. Each step you take, each doubt you challenge, each action you align with your best self, builds a foundation for a life of purpose and impact. In the next section, we'll explore how to carry this belief into action, transforming not just your mindset but the way you inspire and influence the world around you. Imagine stepping onto a stage, the spotlight warm on your face, a sea of eyes watching your every move. Your heart pounds, not with fear, but with a quiet certainty that you belong here. This isn't arrogance. It's the confidence of someone who has chosen to act as the best version of themselves. In a world that often feels like a race against time and expectations, acting with excellence is a powerful declaration. I am capable, and I will show up fully in this moment. Stoic philosophy teaches us that true strength lies not in controlling the chaos around us, but in mastering our thoughts and actions. When you act as though you are the best, you don't just transform your own life. You send ripples of inspiration to everyone around you. And when failure inevitably knocks, as it does for us all, you have the power to reframe it, not as a dead end, but as a stepping stone to growth. This journey of acting with excellence and embracing failure is not reserved for the elite. It's a path open to anyone willing to believe in their potential and take action today. Acting with excellence begins with a shift in how you see yourself. In the United States, a culture that celebrates hustle and innovation, confidence is often mistaken for arrogance. But there's a profound difference. Arrogance demands attention. Confidence commands respect. Confidence is the quiet assurance that you can tackle any challenge, not because you're perfect, but because you trust your ability to learn and grow. Consider the story of Michael Jordan, a name synonymous with greatness. As a teenager, Jordan was cut from his high school basketball team, deemed not skilled enough. In that moment, he could have accepted defeat, letting the rejection define him. Instead, he chose to act as if he were already a champion. He woke up at dawn to practice, studied game tapes, and pushed his body to its limits. Every shot he took, every sprint he ran, was infused with the belief that he could be the best. That mindset didn't just make him a better athlete, it rewrote the history of basketball. Jordan's story resonates deeply in American culture, where perseverance is a badge of honor. It reminds us that excellence isn't about being born with talent. It's about choosing to act with purpose and conviction, day after day. This principle applies far beyond the basketball court. In today's fast-paced world, where emails pile up and deadlines loom, it's easy to feel overwhelmed, to shrink back and doubt your abilities. But what if you approached each task as if you were the best at it? Imagine you're a software engineer in Silicon Valley, tasked with presenting a new app prototype to a room of skeptical investors. Your palms sweat, and your mind races with worst-case scenarios. Instead of succumbing to fear, you pause and channel a stoic mindset. I can't control their reactions, but I can control my preparation and delivery. You stand tall, speak with clarity, and answer questions with calm resolve. Even if the pitch doesn't land perfectly, your confidence leaves an impression. Over time, those moments of acting with excellence build a reputation, open doors, and, most importantly, reinforce your belief in yourself. This is the ripple effect of confidence. It transforms how you move through the world and how the world responds to you. But acting with excellence isn't just about personal gain. It's about the energy you bring to others. In a society that values community and collaboration, think of the tight-knit neighborhoods of small-town America or the vibrant startup hubs of Austin and Seattle. Your confidence can inspire those around you. Take the example of Maria, a 28-year-old nonprofit coordinator from Denver. When Maria started her role, her team was demoralized, struggling with funding cuts and low morale. Instead of mirroring their doubt, she acted as if she were the leader they needed. She listened to her colleagues' concerns, proposed bold fundraising ideas, and approached every challenge with enthusiasm. Her confidence was contagious. Within a year, the team secured a major grant and morale soared. Maria didn't have all the answers, but by acting with excellence, she created an environment where everyone felt empowered to contribute. This is what Stoicism means by living virtuously. Your actions, rooted in belief, uplift not just you but those you touch. Yet, no matter how confidently you act, failure will find you. In a culture that celebrates success, think of the glitzy award shows or viral TikTok stories of overnight fame. Failure can feel like a personal indictment, but Stoic philosophy offers a radical perspective. Failure doesn't define your worth. It's an opportunity to learn. Epictetus said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." This wisdom is a lifeline in today's world, where setbacks are inevitable. Whether it's a rejected job application, a failed business venture, or a personal goal unmet, failure stings. But what if you could see it not as a verdict but as a teacher? This mindset shift is what separates those who stagnate from those who soar. Consider Thomas Edison, whose name is etched in American history as the inventor of the light bulb. Edison didn't just fail, he failed thousands of times. Each unsuccessful experiment could have crushed his spirit, but he chose to act as if every failure brought him closer to success. "I haven't failed," he famously said. "I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." This wasn't blind optimism. It was a deliberate choice to reframe failure as progress. Edison's story is a powerful reminder that in the US, where innovation drives progress, failure is often the raw material for breakthroughs. From Silicon Valley startups to small businesses on Main Street, the most successful entrepreneurs are those who embrace failure as part of the journey. This principle is deeply practical. Imagine you're a college student in Boston, training for your first 5-mile race. You've been running for weeks, but on race day you finish far behind your goal time. Disappointment washes over you, and the temptation to quit is strong. But what if you applied a Stoic lens? You sit down with a notebook and ask, "What can this failure teach me?" You realize you didn't pace yourself properly and skipped strength training. Instead of wallowing, you act as if you're already a stronger runner. You research training plans, join a local running club, and commit to a new routine. 6 months later, you run the same race and shave 10 minutes off your time. The failure didn't define you, it refined you. This is the alchemy of a learning mindset. It turns setbacks into springboards. In modern American life, where mental health challenges are increasingly visible, this approach is vital. Studies show that ruminating on failure can increase stress and anxiety, while reframing it as a learning opportunity boosts resilience. A 2023 study from the University of California found that students who practiced reflective journaling after academic setbacks reported higher self-esteem and better performance over time. This aligns with Stoic practices of self-examination, where you confront your thoughts head-on. Try this. The next time you face a setback, write down 3 lessons it offers and 1 action you'll take as a result. Maybe you bombed a presentation at work. Instead of replaying the embarrassment, note that you spoke too fast, lacked visuals, and didn't rehearse enough. Your action? Practice your next presentation with a colleague. This simple act shifts you from victim to victor. Emotionally, embracing failure as growth is liberating. Picture yourself hiking a 12,000-foot peak in Colorado. Halfway up, a storm rolls in, forcing you to turn back. You're exhausted, soaked, and frustrated. But as you descend, you realize this wasn't a defeat. You learn to read weather patterns, pack smarter, and trust your instincts. The mountain will be there next time, and you'll be better prepared. That moment of clarity, when failure becomes a lesson, is like sunlight breaking through clouds. It reminds you that your worth isn't tied to perfection but to your willingness to keep moving forward. This mindset also fosters humility. Acting with excellence doesn't mean you're immune to mistakes. It means you're honest about them. In American culture, where authenticity is prized, admitting failure and learning from it earns respect. Think of leaders like Oprah Winfrey, who openly shares her struggles with poverty and rejection before building a media empire. Her story resonates because it's human. She didn't pretend to be flawless. She acted as if she could rise above her circumstances, and she did. You can do the same. Whether you're a barista in Portland saving for a dream trip or a manager in Atlanta navigating a tough project, every failure is a chance to grow stronger. Practically, start by setting micro goals after a setback. If you miss a sales target at work, don't aim to double your numbers overnight. Instead, act as if you're the best salesperson by focusing on one skill. Say, building rapport with clients. Spend 10 minutes daily researching conversation techniques or role-playing with a coworker. Small wins build momentum, and momentum builds confidence. This approach is rooted in behavioral psychology, which shows that incremental progress reinforces positive habits. In a society that often demands instant results, patience is your superpower. Acting with excellence and transforming failure also shape how you inspire others. When you carry yourself with confidence, you become a beacon for those stuck in doubt. When you share your failures as lessons, you give others permission to try and fail too. In a high school classroom in Miami, a teacher named David does this daily. After failing to engage his students with a new lesson plan, he didn't hide his disappointment. Instead, he asked his class, "What went wrong? And how can we make this better?" Their feedback led to a more interactive approach, and the class thrived. David's willingness to act with excellence and learn from failure didn't just improve his teaching. It showed his students the value of resilience. As you weave these principles into your life, you'll notice a shift. Challenges that once felt insurmountable become opportunities to prove your strength. Confidence becomes less an act and more a way of being. In a world that can feel divided, politically, socially, economically, this mindset is a unifying force. It reminds us that we all have the power to rise, to learn, to inspire. But this journey doesn't end with action and resilience. To truly live as your best self, you must anchor your confidence in something deeper, a belief in your future and the values that guide you. In the next section, we'll explore how faith in yourself and your path can unlock recovery, growth, and a life of profound meaning. Imagine standing at a crossroads in your life, the path ahead shrouded in uncertainty. Maybe it's a career setback, a personal loss, or a dream that feels just out of reach. Fear whispers that you're not enough, urging you to turn back. But deep within, a spark of belief flickers, a quiet conviction that you are capable, that your future holds promise. This belief, like a golden key, unlocks the doors to recovery and growth. It's not a vague hope in something distant, but a fierce trust in yourself, your values, and the life you're building. In the Stoic tradition, Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. This strength, rooted in positive thinking, doesn't just transform your mindset. It reshapes your actions, your health, and the very fabric of your life. In a world that often feels overwhelming, from the hustle of American cities to the quiet struggles of suburban life, faith in yourself is the compass that guides you forward, turning fear into fuel and challenges into opportunities. And as you'll discover, this belief doesn't just lift your spirit. It can heal your body, energize your days, and inspire a life of profound purpose. Faith in yourself is the cornerstone of recovery, whether you're rebounding from a failure, a heartbreak, or a moment of self-doubt. In the United States, where resilience is celebrated as a national virtue, this idea resonates deeply. Think of the countless Americans who've faced adversity, lost jobs during economic downturns, navigated personal crises, or rebuilt after natural disasters like hurricanes or wildfires. What separates those who recover from those who remain stuck? It's not luck or talent, it's belief. When you trust in your ability to rise, you shift from victim to architect of your own story. This isn't about ignoring pain or pretending everything is fine. It's about choosing to act as if you're already on the path to healing. Your thoughts shape your reality. When you tell yourself, "I am enough," or "I deserve to move forward," you're not just reciting affirmations. You're making a commitment to your future self. Consider the story of Emily, a 35-year-old single mother from Charlotte, North Carolina. After a painful divorce, Emily felt lost, juggling 2 jobs and raising her young son while battling self-doubt. She worried she'd never rebuild a life of stability or joy. One evening, inspired by a Stoic quote she read online, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters," she decided to change her inner narrative. Instead of seeing herself as broken, she began acting as if she were a strong, capable woman creating a brighter future. She started small, enrolling in an online course to improve her skills, setting aside 10 minutes daily for meditation, and writing down one thing each day she was proud of, like helping her son with homework or negotiating a raise. These actions, fueled by belief, snowballed. Within 2 years, Emily landed a better job, moved into a cozy apartment, and rediscovered her love for painting. Her story isn't just about recovery. It's a testament to the power of faith in oneself to transform despair into possibility. This principle is deeply practical in today's fast-paced American life. Whether you're a student in Los Angeles cramming for finals, a small business owner in Minneapolis navigating inflation, or a retiree in Florida starting a new hobby, fear can paralyze. But faith in your potential acts like a shield. It doesn't erase challenges, it empowers you to face them. Try this. Identify one area where fear holds you back. Maybe it's asking for a promotion, launching a side hustle, or repairing a strained relationship. Ask yourself, if I truly believed in my abilities, how would I act? Then take one bold step. If it's the promotion, schedule a meeting with your boss and prepare a list of your contributions. If it's the side hustle, create a simple website or post your services on a platform like Etsy. These actions, rooted in belief, send a message to your subconscious. I am capable. Over time, this mindset becomes second nature, turning hesitation into momentum. Neuroscience backs this up. Research from Stanford University shows that positive self-belief activates the brain's reward centers, releasing dopamine and boosting motivation. This isn't just feel-good science, it's a biological edge. When you act as if you're capable, your brain rewires itself, strengthening neural pathways associated with confidence and resilience. In a culture that values self-improvement, from TED Talks to self-help podcasts, this is a game changer. You don't need to wait for external validation, a new degree, a bigger paycheck, or a social media following to start believing. The power lies in your thoughts right now. Start a daily practice of positive self-talk. Each morning, stand in front of a mirror and say, I am growing stronger every day. It may feel awkward at first, but repetition builds belief, and belief builds action. But faith isn't just about recovery. It's the engine of growth. In the US, where ambition drives innovation, believing in your future opens doors to possibilities you might otherwise overlook. Take the example of Tom Bilyeu, the entrepreneur behind Quest Nutrition. Bilyeu once felt trapped in a dead-end job, battling depression and a sense of worthlessness. One day, he decided to act as if he were already the leader he aspired to be. He invested in learning, networked with confidence, and treated every setback as a lesson. That belief didn't just pull him out of despair. It led to a billion-dollar company and a platform, Impact Theory, that inspires millions. Bilyeu's story resonates in a society that celebrates reinvention. From Silicon Valley coders to Nashville musicians, Americans are drawn to stories of transformation, and faith is the spark that ignites them. This growth mindset is especially vital in a world of rapid change. Technology, politics, and cultural shifts can make the future feel uncertain. Yet, Stoicism teaches us to focus on what we control, our thoughts and actions. When you believe in your ability to adapt, you don't shy away from challenges, you lean into them. For instance, consider a 50-year-old factory worker in Ohio laid off after automation replaced his job. Instead of succumbing to despair, he acts as if he's capable of a new career. He enrolls in a community college coding program, networks on LinkedIn, and lands an entry-level tech role. His faith in himself didn't just secure a paycheck, it redefined his purpose. This is the power of belief. It turns obstacles into opportunities and fear into fuel. Emotionally, this journey is profound. Picture yourself walking through a forest trail, the scent of pine in the air, sunlight filtering through the trees. You've just overcome a major setback, a failed project, a health scare, or a personal loss. As you walk, you realize that your belief in yourself carried you through. The weight of doubt lifts, replaced by a quiet pride. This moment, this connection to your inner strength, is what faith delivers. It's not about never falling. It's about trusting you can rise, again and again. In a nation where mental health awareness is growing, this resilience is a lifeline, offering hope amid life's storms. But the impact of positive belief extends beyond your mind. It transforms your body. In the US, where stress-related illnesses like heart disease and anxiety are rampant, the link between mindset and health is undeniable. Research from Harvard Medical School shows that positive thinking reduces cortisol, the stress hormone, while boosting endorphins and serotonin, chemicals that promote happiness and calm. This isn't just abstract science. It's a practical tool for living well. When you believe you're worthy of care, you naturally make healthier choices. You swap late-night scrolling for a 7-hour sleep, choose a salad over fast food, or commit to a 30-minute walk daily. These habits, rooted in self-belief, compound over time, strengthening both body and spirit. Take the story of James, a 42-year-old accountant from Phoenix. After a stressful year, James was diagnosed with high blood pressure and struggled with anxiety. Instead of relying solely on medication, he decided to act as if he were already healthy and balanced. He started meditating for 10 minutes each morning, focusing on thoughts like, "I am in control of my well-being." He joined a local gym, aiming for 3 45-minute workouts weekly, and prioritized home-cooked meals with fresh vegetables. Within 6 months, his blood pressure stabilized, and his anxiety eased. James didn't just improve his health, he reclaimed his life. His story reflects a growing trend in America, where wellness practices like mindfulness and fitness are embraced as paths to holistic health. This connection between belief and health is especially relevant in today's high-pressure world. From corporate burnout in New York to the demands of parenting in suburban Chicago, stress is a silent epidemic. Yet, positive belief offers a counterbalance. A 2024 study from the American Psychological Association found that individuals who practice gratitude and positive affirmations reported lower stress levels and better sleep quality. You can start small. Keep a gratitude journal, writing down 3 things each day that bring you joy, like a warm coffee, a kind word, or a sunset. Or try a mindfulness app, spending 5 minutes daily focusing on your breath and affirming, "I am calm and capable." These practices, grounded in Stoic self-discipline, don't just lift your mood, they strengthen your body's resilience. Culturally, this resonates in a nation obsessed with wellness. From yoga studios in San Francisco to farmers markets in Austin, Americans are seeking ways to live better. But true health starts with belief. When you act as if you're worthy of vitality, you don't just exercise, you savor the energy it brings. You don't just eat well, you celebrate nourishing your body. This mindset shifts health from a chore to a privilege, aligning with the Stoic ideal of living in harmony with nature. It's not about chasing a perfect body, but about honoring the vessel that carries you through life. Practically, integrate belief into your daily routine. Set a reminder on your phone to pause once a day and affirm, "I am building a healthier me." Pair this with one healthy action. Drink a glass of water, stretch for 5 minutes, or step outside for fresh air. These micro-habits, fueled by belief, create a virtuous cycle. If you're a busy professional, swap one coffee run for a 10-minute walk around the block, noticing how the movement clears your mind. If you're a student, replace an hour of social media with a quick workout or a healthy snack prep. These choices, small as they seem, are acts of faith in your well-being, and they add up to a stronger, happier you. Emotionally, the impact is transformative. Imagine finishing a 3-mile run, sweat on your brow, heart racing with pride. You didn't just exercise, you proved to yourself that you're capable of more. Or picture sitting quietly after a meditation session, a sense of calm washing over you. These moments, born from belief, are gifts you give yourself. They remind you that health isn't just physical. It's the harmony of mind, body, and spirit. In a culture that often glorifies hustle, this balance is revolutionary, offering a path to a life of depth and meaning. As you embrace faith and positive belief, you'll notice a ripple effect. Your confidence inspires colleagues, your energy uplifts friends, and your health becomes a testament to what's possible. But this journey doesn't end with personal transformation. To live as your best self, you must extend this belief outward, building connections that elevate everyone around you. In the next section, we'll explore how acting with excellence inspires others and fosters positive relationships, creating a legacy of impact and trust. Picture yourself walking into a room buzzing with energy, colleagues brainstorming, friends sharing stories, or a community rallying for a cause. You're not just a bystander. You're a spark, radiating confidence and warmth that draws others in. This isn't about being the loudest voice or the most polished presence. It's about acting as the best version of yourself, a beacon of authenticity that inspires trust and fosters connection. In the Stoic tradition, Marcus Aurelius urged, "Waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one." This wisdom captures the essence of leadership and relationships in today's fast-paced American life, where genuine connections are more valuable than ever. By living true to your values, embracing both strengths and flaws, you don't just build a life of purpose. You create a ripple effect, uplifting those around you. From the vibrant startup scenes of Austin to the close-knit communities of rural America, acting with sincerity and authenticity transforms not only your relationships but the world you touch. And as you'll discover, this journey of inspiration and truth is the foundation for a life that leaves a lasting mark. Inspiring others begins with how you carry yourself. In the United States, a culture that celebrates individuality and collaboration, your energy sets the tone. When you act as the best version of yourself, you're not seeking applause. You're sharing a quiet confidence that says, "I believe in my worth, and I see yours too." This is leadership not through force but through example. Consider the story of Alex, a young tech director in San Francisco. When Alex took over a struggling startup, he faced a team skeptical of his leadership and a market stacked against them. Instead of asserting authority, he chose to act with authenticity. He listened to every team member, from interns to senior engineers, valuing their insights. During a tense meeting, when a junior developer's idea was dismissed, Alex didn't let it slide. He asked, "How can we build on this to meet our goals?" That simple act preserved the developer's confidence and sparked a collaborative spirit. 6 months later, the startup not only survived but thrived, launching a product that gained national attention. Alex's leadership wasn't about being the smartest in the room. It was about acting with sincerity, creating an environment where trust and creativity flourished. This principle resonates deeply in a society that values community. Whether it's a neighborhood block party in Chicago or a corporate team in New York, people are drawn to those who lead with heart. Acting as your best self means showing up fully, listening with empathy, speaking with clarity, and acting with integrity. It's the teacher in Atlanta who stays late to help a struggling student, not for praise, but because she believes in their potential. It's the small business owner in Boise who treats every customer like family, building loyalty that outlasts any marketing campaign. These actions, rooted in Stoic virtue, send a message. Your presence matters, and so does everyone else's. In a world where social media often amplifies superficial connections, this authenticity is a rare gift, forging bonds that endure. But inspiration isn't just about grand gestures. It's in the everyday moments. In American culture, where hustle is glorified, it's easy to fall into the trap of performing for validation. Yet, Stoicism reminds us that true influence comes from within. Try this. The next time you're in a group setting, whether a family dinner or a work meeting, focus on being present. Put away your phone, listen without planning your response, and speak from a place of honesty. If a colleague shares a challenge, don't rush to fix it. Ask, "What do you need right now?" This simple act, inspired by Stoic empathy, builds trust. Over time, people will gravitate to you, not because you're perfect, but because you're real. Research from the University of Michigan supports this. Teams led by authentic leaders report higher engagement and productivity, proving that sincerity isn't just feel-good, it's effective. This approach also fosters collaboration, a cornerstone of American innovation. From Silicon Valley's tech giants to Nashville's music studios, the best ideas emerge when people feel safe to contribute. Take the example of Lisa, a 32-year-old marketing manager in Seattle. When Lisa joined a new firm, her team was siloed, with ideas stifled by competition. "We've always done it this way." Instead of imposing her vision, Lisa acted as her best self, encouraging open dialogue. She organized brainstorming sessions where every idea was welcomed, even the wild ones. One intern's offbeat suggestion, using TikTok for a campaign, became a viral hit, boosting the company's brand. Lisa's leadership didn't just spark creativity, it built a culture of mutual respect. In a nation that thrives on innovation, this collaborative spirit is your superpower, turning good teams into great ones. Yet, inspiration only lasts when it's rooted in authenticity. Living authentically means embracing your whole self, strengths, flaws, and all, and aligning your actions with your values. In the US, where personal reinvention is a cultural hallmark, this idea strikes a chord. Consider Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks. Raised in a working-class Brooklyn family, Schultz didn't start with wealth or connections, but he believed in his ability to learn and contribute. He didn't pretend to be a polished executive. He worked tirelessly, listened to employees, and built a company that prioritized community and quality. Starbucks' global success isn't just about coffee. It's about Schultz living true to his vision, inspiring millions to see their own potential. His story resonates in a society that celebrates underdogs, reminding us that authenticity, not perfection, drives impact. Living authentically starts with self-awareness. In a world of Instagram filters and LinkedIn flexes, it's tempting to project an idealized self. But Stoicism calls us to look inward. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." This means owning your story, even the messy parts. Try a daily reflection. Each evening, write down one moment where you felt aligned with your values and one where you didn't. Maybe you spoke up in a meeting, honoring your courage, but snapped at a coworker, betraying your patience. Use these insights to grow. This practice, rooted in Stoic self-examination, builds a foundation for authentic living. Over weeks, you'll notice a shift. You'll act less from fear and more from truth. This authenticity strengthens relationships. In American culture, where diversity shapes communities, genuine connections bridge differences. Take Jamal, a 27-year-old community organizer in Minneapolis. After a divisive local election, tensions ran high. Jamal didn't pretend to have all the answers. Instead, he hosted town halls, sharing his own struggles as a black man and listening to others' perspectives. His vulnerability, admitting his fears and hopes, disarmed skeptics, fostering dialogue where there was once distrust. Jamal's authenticity didn't erase conflict, but it built trust, proving that living true to yourself creates space for others to do the same. In a nation navigating polarization, this is a quiet revolution. Healing divides one conversation at a time. Practically, authenticity means small, intentional choices. If you value kindness, send a thank you note to a colleague or help a neighbor with groceries. If you value growth, sign up for a class, like pottery or coding, and embrace being a beginner. These actions align your life with your core beliefs, building confidence that radiates outward. Research from the Journal of Positive Psychology shows that people who live authentically report higher life satisfaction and stronger relationships. A reminder that truth isn't just noble, it's nourishing. Emotionally, this journey is transformative. Imagine standing on a cliff overlooking the Pacific, waves crashing 100 feet below. You're not here to impress anyone. You're here because this yourself, breathing deeply, feeling fully alive. This moment, this alignment with your truth, is what authenticity feels like. It's not about being flawless. It's about being you. In a culture that often rewards conformity, this freedom is your birthright, a gift that inspires others to claim theirs. Whether you're a barista in Portland or a CEO in Chicago, living authentically makes you a lighthouse, guiding others to their own truth. This authenticity also shapes your health and career. When you act true to your values, you reduce the stress of pretense, lowering cortisol and boosting well-being, per a 2023 Yale study. In your career, authenticity attracts opportunities. A 40-year-old nurse in Dallas, Maria, felt stuck in a toxic workplace. Instead of conforming, she spoke her truth, advocating for better patient care. Her courage led to a leadership role, proving that authenticity isn't just personal, it's professional power. In a nation that rewards bold voices, your truth is your edge. As you live authentically and inspire others, you'll see your world transform. Colleagues collaborate more freely, friends deepen their trust, and your community grows stronger. But this journey doesn't end with relationships. To leave a lasting legacy, you must think like the best version of yourself, seizing each moment to create and contribute. In the next section, we'll explore how this mindset of excellence unlocks a life of impact, innovation, and enduring purpose. Imagine waking up each morning with a fire in your heart, a quiet resolve to live as the best version of yourself. You stand before a mirror, not to critique your reflection, but to ask, if today were my only chance to make a difference, how would I seize it? This is the mindset of excellence, a way of thinking that doesn't wait for tomorrow or perfect conditions but demands action now, in this very moment. In the Stoic tradition, we're reminded that true power lies in controlling our thoughts and responses, not the chaos of the world around us. By embracing criticism with calm, transforming failure into opportunity, and acting with unwavering belief, you don't just achieve personal success. You create a legacy that inspires generations. From the bustling streets of American cities to the quiet corners of suburban life, this mindset is your compass, guiding you to a life of impact and purpose. As we close this journey, let's explore how thinking like the best version of yourself unlocks a world of possibility and leaves a mark that echoes beyond your lifetime. The mindset of excellence is not about arrogance or chasing fleeting glory. It's a commitment to show up fully, every day, as the person you aspire to be. In the United States, where ambition and resilience are woven into the cultural fabric, this idea resonates deeply. Think of an athlete preparing for a championship, say a marathon runner training for a 26.2-mile race. They don't just log miles, they embody the spirit of a champion, focusing on what they can control. Their effort, their attitude, their preparation. Each step, each bead of sweat, is a testament to their belief that today matters. This isn't reserved for elite performers. It's a mindset anyone can adopt. Whether you're a barista in Portland crafting the perfect latte, a teacher in Atlanta inspiring a classroom, or a parent in Omaha nurturing your kids, acting as your best self elevates every moment. It's the difference between going through the motions and living with intention. This mindset demands action now, not later. In a world of endless distractions, smartphone notifications, social media scrolls, 24/7 news cycles, it's tempting to procrastinate, to wait for the right moment. But Stoicism teaches us that the perfect time is a myth. The only time you have is now. Consider the story of Nelson Mandela, whose legacy of courage and forgiveness reshaped South Africa and inspired the world. Imprisoned for 27 years, Mandela could have succumbed to bitterness. Instead, he acted as if he were already the leader his nation needed. He studied, reflected, and prepared, even behind bars. When freed, his mindset of excellence, calm in the face of criticism, resilient through setbacks, united a divided country. Mandela's story is a powerful reminder that in America, where opportunity meets challenge, your actions today shape your tomorrow. You don't need to lead a nation to make a difference. Start where you are. Pitch that idea at work, sign up for that art class, or have that tough conversation with a loved one. Each step is a brick in the foundation of your legacy. Embracing criticism is another pillar of this mindset. In a culture that often equates feedback with failure, it's easy to take criticism personally. But the Stoic sees it differently. Criticism is a mirror, reflecting areas for growth. When you act as your best self, you don't shrink from negative comments. You sift through them with wisdom. Imagine you're a graphic designer in Seattle, presenting a logo to a client who calls it uninspired. Your instinct might be to defend or deflate. Instead, pause and ask, what can I learn here? Maybe the client's feedback highlights a need for bolder colors or clearer communication. By acting as if you're already a master designer, you revise the logo, deliver a standout product, and earn the client's trust. A 2024 study from Harvard Business Review found that professionals who seek and act on constructive feedback are 30% more likely to advance in their careers. This isn't just practical, it's empowering. In a society that values growth, criticism isn't your enemy. It's your coach. Failure, too, becomes a teacher. In the US, where success stories dominate headlines, failure can feel like a scarlet letter. Yet, the mindset of excellence reframes it as a stepping stone. Take the example of Sarah, a 29-year-old entrepreneur in Denver. Her first bakery failed within a year, leaving her in debt and questioning her worth. But inspired by Stoic principles, she acted as if she were already a successful businesswoman. She analyzed her mistakes, poor location, weak marketing, and enrolled in a business course. 2 years later, she opened a new bakery that became a local favorite, with lines out the door for her signature cupcakes. Sarah's story echoes across America, from Silicon Valley startups to small-town farms, where failure is often the prelude to triumph. The key? Act as if every setback is a lesson, not a verdict. Try this. After a failure, write down 3 things it taught you and 1 action you'll take. If a job interview flops, note that you need to practice storytelling, then schedule a mock interview with a friend. This shifts failure from a weight to a wing. This mindset also fosters healthier choices. When you think like the best version of yourself, you prioritize your body and mind. In a nation grappling with stress, 40% of Americans report chronic stress, per a 2023 Gallup poll. You deserve care. Acting as if you're worthy of health means choosing a 30-minute walk over another Netflix episode, or cooking a fresh meal instead of ordering takeout. These choices, small as they seem, build vitality, reinforcing your belief that you're worth the effort. They also inspire others. When colleagues see you bringing energy to a meeting or friends notice you're calm under pressure, they're drawn to your light. This ripple effect, rooted in Stoic virtue, creates a legacy of positivity, like Mandela's, that outlives you. Emotionally, this mindset is a revelation. Picture yourself at sunset, standing on a hill overlooking your city, maybe 500 feet above the skyline. You've faced criticism, stumbled through failures, but here you are, heart full, knowing you showed up today. This pride, this connection to your purpose is what excellence feels like. It's not about being the best in the world, but the best for your world, your family, your community, yourself. In a culture that often measures worth by likes or paychecks, this inner strength is your anchor, a reminder that your legacy is built on how you live, not what you achieve. As we close this journey, from overcoming self-doubt to inspiring others, from embracing failure to living authentically, we return to a core truth. Confidence is not a gift from the heavens. It's a skill you cultivate. Through Stoic wisdom, you've learned to master your mind, act with purpose, and believe in your future. Whether you're a student in Miami, a parent in Tulsa, or an entrepreneur in Boston, this path is yours. You don't need permission or perfection, just the courage to start today. So, here's your challenge. Apply 1 lesson from this journey. Maybe it's journaling to challenge doubts, acting with confidence in a meeting, or thanking a friend for their support. Whatever it is, act as if you're already the best version of yourself. In today's world, where uncertainty looms, economic shifts, cultural divides, personal struggles, this mindset is your superpower. It's the spark that turns dreams into reality, failures into growth, and moments into memories. To my friends at ZENLIGHT 8, I invite you to take this journey with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, ZENLIGHT 8, for more videos that ignite your inner strength and guide you to a life of purpose. Hit the like button if this resonated with you, and share it with someone who needs a spark of inspiration. Most importantly, drop a comment below. Share 1 way you'll act as your best self today. Your story could inspire someone else in our community. Let's build a movement of courage and authenticity together. Click the bell icon to stay updated, and join us next time as we uncover more ways to live boldly and leave a legacy of light. Until then, keep shining. You are enough, and your future is yours to shape.